Manjula Sood, Sashtikal. It's with a very deep heart that we gather here today. I welcome you all today to this morning's Pratna Sabha. And thank you to all of you for coming. We've got LAF members, Life After 50 group, who's organized this Pratna Sabha, and we've invited some friends along as well. So thank you everyone for coming this morning. Our program this morning is going to be led by Joshnabin, and we've got speakers and pratnas this morning. I'm first of all going to ask Madhuben Mashru to start with a prayer. Madhuben?
આપણે પ્રાર્થના કરીએ કે મંજુલાબેનના આત્માને શાંતિ મળે. ઓમ ત્રયંબકમ યજામહે સુગંધિમ પુષ્ટિવર્ધનમ ઉર્વારુકમિવ બંધનાન મૃત્યોર્મોક્ષીય અમૃતાत्. ઓમ ત્રયંબકમ યજામહે સુગંધિમ પુષ્ટિવર્ધનમ उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मोक्षीयमामृतात्. ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मोक्षीयमामृतात्. ॐ शान्ति.
May I now request Ranjan Ben Saljani, chair of LAF, to come and say a few words about Manjula Ben as a member, a very valued member of LAF. Ranjan, please welcome.
Thank you, Joshani. First of all, let me remind you of the health and safety. We've got fire exit here and the main door, and the toilets are just next door. We are not expecting a fire, so if the bell does go, then we have to go out and across the road near the shop, corner shop. We have to solve that. Thank you. LAF, Life After 50 group, was established about 6 years ago, and Manjula Sood was one of our first members. We all considered Manjula as an esteemed member of our group. She used to guide us, she used to talk to all of us, she used to mentor us, she used to give us information about things that were going around in the city so that we could follow things up, attend things, and make the presence of LAF available to people in the city. At one point, she also joked, she had talked to Peter Soulsby, the city mayor, and she came back and said, I think Mr. Soulsby is considering joining LAF as well. And we all laughed at that, and that's how Manjula Ben was. She was an ambassador for us as well. Now, I had thought of things that I wanted to say as a LAF member, this, that and the other, but this morning I got a text from one of our members who can't be here today. She's in London, Hansa Ben, and she said, please say these words for me at the Pratna Sabha. And I think actually that sums up all the LAF members' feelings and the contact that we've all had with Manjula Ben. As a LAF member, Manjula Ben came out as herself. She wasn't a politician. She wasn't somebody who had met the Queen 13 times and was so proud about it that she had an ego about it. She didn't. She was a member, a human being first and foremost, who had concern for a lot of people. So today what we're celebrating is, obviously we've got Manishbhai Sood, Manjula Ben's son here. Manishbhai, thank you for coming. Thank you so much. And what we've said is, today we're going to celebrate Manjula Ben as a human being, what sort of life she led, not as a politician, something that she'd achieved, but as a human being. And I'm going to sum up on behalf of all LAF members what Manjula Ben actually did and meant to all of us. Hansaben says, I'm sorry I'm not able to attend today for Shraddhanjali for our beloved Manjula Ben. Can you please read this out for me and Kiritbhai, her late husband? Manjula ji was a talking buddy, as I think many of you will agree. A lot of us talked to her readily. She wasn't a person who would not, if you left a message, she wouldn't answer, but she was there for all of us. Manjula Bhaji was a talking buddy for her and her late husband. They talked for long times along philosophical and spiritual issues. And this is something, her philosophical life and her spiritual life is something we're going to talk about today as well with other speakers we've got here. Manjula ji was a source of support in my grief, and it was a pleasure to receive her WhatsApp messages on people's birthdays. Now, do you remember Manjula Ben, every time before anybody would say, the first message, birthday message you would get is from Manjula Ben saying, happy birthday. And, I always used to say, how did she know? How did she remember? But she did. She was somebody who actually remembered people's birthdays and made sure that she sent greetings on those days. She also remembered people's special occasions, and she would remind you by WhatsApp, remember this happened on this day, remember this happened, and made us feel good about it as well. Above all, she was a divine soul and will be missed dearly. We all wish, all the LAF members, we wish her Atma Sadgati, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Manjula Ben, wherever you are still an esteemed member of LAF, and we will always not only remember you, we will salute you for who you are. Thank you.
May I now request Priti Raitata? As we all know, Manjula Ben was the Saidi OD, and invite Priti to sing a Sai Bhajan, please, Priti. Would you like to?
बिहारी देखो आए साईं बिहारी तेरा नाम एक सहारा तेरा नाम एक सहारा तेरा नाम एक सहारा साईं राम एक सहारा साईं राम एक सहारा साईं प्रेम दे शांति दे आनंद दे बाबा प्रेम दे.
Thank you, Bhakti. That was really recognition. That was really lovely, a nice project on social development. Thank you so much. Manjula Ben was a devoted mother. Often, she talked to us about her two boys and her grandchildren with great admiration, great pride. We have today with us Manish Bhai Sood. May I welcome Manish Bhai Sood to talk to us about Manjula Ben as a mother. Manish Bhai, welcome. Thank you.
Good morning, my dear respected brothers, sisters, uncles, aunts, friends, family, bhai aur behan. And of course, not forgetting my lovely respected mother, who to all of us was also known as Manjula Ben, both a best friend, close mother, and a Bhagwan or goddess. My mum enjoyed being part of the Life After 50 group. During the COVID period, Mum was a very active member for LAF by hybrid online meetings, which I used to enjoy watching on her iPad. I enjoyed attending various dinners with Mum for the LAF group, like at the Chef and Spice restaurant in Arbor Road. Mum was a strong, active member of LAF, and she enjoyed every minute of her role. Mum always mentioned that LAF was part of the organisation, helping the community, and where people learn to become independent by helping each other. Mum was always committed to people's happiness. I attended with Mum the Tesco Community Hall meeting in Beaumont Leys for the LAF group. Mum enjoyed various fundraising events and functions and meeting all members of the LAF group from all walks of life. Including Jetwa Bai was Mum's collaborative listening buddy. Thank you, Jetwa Bai. Mum was very generous and a giving person. She would always book a whole table for many people at various charity fundraising events by helping to sponsor and donate money, by kindly inviting various guests and members from the LAF group. Mum put the LAF group up for and nominated the organisation for the Queen's Award, which the LAF group successfully achieved and were awarded with flying colours. My mum always wanted women to come forward, as she robustly believed in women empowerment. My mum always put people who were introverts by motivating them to come forward through social cohesion and helping them to become extroverts in the short, medium and long term through gradual innovation and developing every individual skill and dynamic strategic ability. My mum was very much a people's person who had innovative skills. For example, she was always very assertive and vociferous, and made sure that her points of view for diverse equality were always heard on behalf of all the community. Mum always believed that people of Leicester should always be respected and treated with love, affection and care, whatever problems and community needs they had. But above all, Mum was a great chef, and she used to make delicious homemade vegetable pakoras. My mum was always very supportive and proud towards me. My mum motivated me to work in Walker's Crisps in Beaumont Leys, Tilda Basmati Rice, St James Court Hotel from the Taj Group in central London, Hilton Hotels as an area training manager for the central London hotels, and Domino's Pizza. Mum wanted me to explore the global world by kindly helping me to work in McDonald's as a chef in the USA downtown in the Bronx of Alexandria, Virginia for 5 months, and many other hospitality organizations. I still remember that both my mum and dad used to really enjoy eating my freshly homemade vegetarian pizzas that I used to make when I worked as a chef during my student days at college and university at Picnic Kebab House on Evington Road for 9 years. My mum always encouraged me increasingly to work in the hospitality, tourism and leisure industry ever since I was 16 years old, equipping me with the necessary skills and integrity that would be fundamental in my life and that would later develop and help me to serve the community. My mum encouraged me to lobby the former Tory government to bring better changes for all Asian hospitality staff, through making changes and amendments to the Asylum and Immigration Act 1996, Section 8, the Prevention of Illegal Working. My mum supported me to lobby the former Tory government to make changes to the national vocational qualifications at all levels by having them interpreted and tailored to the needs of the Asian hospitality food cuisines in all various languages. My mum went on and helped me to apply for funding to set up the first ever Academy for Asian Culinary Arts at the University of West London with Professor David Foskett, where people from all over the world could come and learn how to make and serve Asian hospitality cuisines. But above all, this dedication and motivation to help, support, coach and mentor me began when I was doing my A-levels in economics, psychology and government and politics at Queen Elizabeth I College in Leicester. Both of my parents strongly encouraged me to lobby the former Tory Leicester City Council to offer free, untimed, restricted bus passes for all the students in the city of Leicester through a massive signed petition by all the students and public, where I collected and collated thousands of signatures. I really enjoyed this lovely political journey with my mum, ever since my early student days, through to her last and final breath, where she gave me a big hug and thanked me for a lot of help and supporting her and serving her in every way and every day before she passed away on Christmas Eve, as I dropped her off in London to meet her grandchildren and family. My mum always used to say to me, always think of Swami's blessings. Whenever you wake up in the morning, chant his name, and also say there is one religion, and that is the religion of love. I'm also today very sorry that my family, my brother Mitesh, his wife Shinau, and his 2 young children, Yadav and Ariana, who all live, study and work in London, were unable to be present at this super special historical LAF group event. Anyway, above all though, for me, my mum was not just a primary school teacher or a self-employed travel agent working jointly with my dad at Acorn Travels, or an affectionate and empathetic politician, but a caring, loving, special mother and my best friend. Even now, it feels that my mum has just gone to London for a week's holiday to spend time with her grandchildren, and that any time now she'll call me to say, "Hi beta, my son, please come to London and pick me up, and I'm now ready to come back home to Leicester now. Mum, I'm still waiting for your phone call, and I know somewhere, somehow, you will call me soon." Does anyone in this room know what time my mum will call me today? But believe it or not, today, it is exactly 1 month since my mum Manjula Ben passed away on Christmas Eve. It just tragically goes to show how time flies by so quickly, whilst we are all still thinking so much about my mum, every week, every day, every hour, every minute, and every second. But despite many things, my mum and I would chat, whilst I used to really enjoy driving her all the way to London and back, from whenever I visited her host family, my brother Mitesh, his wife Shenau, and her 2 adorable grandchildren, Yadav and Ariana. We would talk about many things, not just politics, but about life in general, and how the times had changed a lot since a challenging childhood in India. However, upon many things, my mum always used to say to me, from the bottom of our adorable heart, the famous quote from President Abraham Lincoln from the USA, "Beta, my son, the best way to predict your future is to create it." Thank you so much to all the LAF members and committee for kindly inviting me today to this special historical event to honor my mother's legacy. Thank you to everyone in this room for being present today and for always kindly supporting my mum in her journey to love, help and support yourselves within all the various communities. Thank you to everyone else who is unable to be present today, and most importantly, thank you so much, Mum, for making this event a special legacy and tribute for everyone. Thank you, Mum. But Mum, you will always be close in all our dear hearts. And wherever you are, we all pray that you are safe and sound. at rest and peace now, helping us to continue all the good values and qualities that you taught and shared with us to move forward in our lives. But Mum, may you rest in peace. Thank you to everyone present today. May my lovely mum and God bless you all, and Om Sai Ram. Thank you.
Before I call Parthiban Mystery, we're really grateful to Johanna Majan to let us have this venue for the Pratna Sabha today. And on behalf of the Majan and the Ram Mandir, we've got Kalpesh Bhai to say a few words today. Please welcome Kalpesh Bhai. Thank you.
ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्युर्मुक्षयमामृतात् मृत्युञ्जय महादेव त्राहि मां शरणागतं जन्म मृत्यु जरा व्याधि पीडितं कर्मबन्धने या ते रुद्रशिवा तनूरघोरा पापकाशिनी तया नस्तनुवा शन्तमया गिरिशन्ताभिचाकशिः शतमिन्नु शर्दो अन्तिदेवा यत्रानश्चक्राझरसन्तनूनां पुत्रासो यत्र पितरो भवन्ति मानो मध्यारि ऋषतायुर्गन्तो बोलो पितृनारायण भगवान की जय। भाइयों और बहनों, ladies and gentlemen, we are here to give our Shraddhanjali to the person who gave her life, not only for herself, not only for the family, but for the community. She did a lot of work for Leicester. And I met her through Ram Mandir. She used to come in the Mandir. We used to meet at AB school as well. Whenever my daughter used to do anything, better, and when they used to give the prize, it was given by her to my daughter. And the last we met, Hitesh Bhai was there. GH's program on the 20th of December, and from all the people, she came to our table, she bowed down, and she told that this table is very blessed because Kalpesh Bhai is sitting here. And we have been invited her to attend 3 days Ram Katha, that is day before yesterday, 22nd, 23rd, and today 24th. And she promised she will be there. And she kept her promise. The soul is here. Today is the last day. I'm going to do the Katha and I will remember her as well. ભગવાનને આપણે એ જ પ્રાર્થના કરીએ, we all pray to ભગવાન કે એની આત્માને ભગવાન શાંતિ આપે. And to lose Manjula Sood as a community from the family, it's a big loss. And we pray to ભગવાન કે પરિવારને આ દુઃખ સહન કરવાની શક્તિ આપે. સૌને જય શ્રી કૃષ્ણ. Thank you very much.
Thank you. As Manish Bhai said, Manjula Ben was many things, and she was a people's person. She was also a community person. And before I invite Parthiban Mystery, I would just like to touch and say that Kalpesh Bhai's daughter was a dancer, and many a time Manjula Ben recognized this, and she got presents, gifts, not gifts as such, but awards as such from the school or various organizations by Manjula Sood. That's what he was referring to. She's a lovely dancer. Parthiban Mystery, would touch on something about Manjula Ben as a community person. Thank you, Pratik.
Namaste and Jai Shri Krishna. On the 19th of December, we, Belgrave Ladies Exercise Group and the Wellness Group, celebrated our Christmas party at Belgrave Neighborhood Center with over 200 people. It was a day filled with laughter, music, togetherness, and we surprised Manjulaji with a birthday song, a card, and a gift. It was a joyful day, a memory we will always treasure. Let's watch a short clip. Today, I want to remember Manjulaji through what she meant to the group, to our community. Manjulaji understood the importance of what we do. She recognized that our work is preventative, supporting those who are lonely and vulnerable, and protecting mental well-being. During COVID, when so many felt alone, Manjulaji suggested on Zoom chit-chat that her mum knits squares that are turned into blankets for charities such as Action Homeless. From this simple idea, our Knit and Natter group was born, a way to stay connected through knitting. She donated £50 for wool and shared her spare needles. That small act of kindness grew into something lasting. She had a rare gift of bringing people together across communities and generations. Our Knit and Natter group still meet at the library and has donated over 35 blankets to local charities, along with scarves and hats for children in India and many others in need. We will remember Manjulaji for empowering us, for her resilience, and for her kindness. She encouraged women, for us, to believe in ourselves and to serve our community with confidence. Thank you, Manjulaji. You will be deeply missed. And we're going to show a clip And this is how we remember Manjula ji: joyful, graceful, and surrounded by her community. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Bharti-Ben. That really was good to see Manjula Ben in great spirits. She was a friend to many of us, and today I'd like to invite Nirmala Ben Bojani. She was to remember us all as a friend. Thank you.
Jai Shri Krishna. I don't know where to begin, because describing Manjula ji, as Bharti said so many wonderful things. Manish has, and each of us who met her, I met her over 35 years ago, and there was a connection which just grew over the years. I was a journalist with the Leicester Mercury, and at first it was basically I would just go whenever there was something happening, and there was always this lovely, smiling, beautiful face, and she would always come and greet me. Manjula ji had a habit of making everybody feel special. She could just come, and when you met her, that you felt like she was really a member of your family. She supported me throughout my years as a single mother growing up. My children were getting older, and Manish and Mitesh, her two boys, we were very, very close family friends. And often whenever she came, she would say, "Oh, I love Sindhi food. So because you're going to make Sindhi sai bhaji for me, make me Sindhi pulao." And we had so many memories together. I don't even know where to begin. But as a friend, Manjula ji, Manjula Ben, as many call her, but I always called her Manjula ji. We would sit down and chat. The first thing in the morning when I woke up and looked at my phone, there would be a WhatsApp message from her, which always inspired me in the morning to feel like I want to do something good. I want to be a better person. She made us all feel like we could be better people. We could do something for others. Her seva bhav was incredible. I know that every year when she took us all to the events that Dhirubhai organized at the Ramgarhia Center for air ambulance, she would book a table and say to me, "You're coming." And I said, "I came last year. No, this year you take someone else." "No, you're coming. You're my guest. You're sitting next to me." And on that special occasion, which Bharti Ben just showed us, it was Manjula Ben's 80th birthday celebration at the neighborhood center. And I had a call from her in the morning saying to me, "Are you coming?" And I said, "No, I have another commitment." And she said, "You come even if it's for 10 minutes, you're my guest." And how could I refuse? I am so glad that my final memories of Manjula Ben were happy ones, but she leaves behind a legacy which nobody, I cannot think of anyone who could ever be like she was, a shining light. Jai Shri Krishna.
Thank you, Manjula. It's a wonderful description of Manjula Ben as a friend. As we all know, she was Swami signed up as devotee, and to touch some of the devotion, I would like to invite Deepa Ben Modi.
Wow, what a wonderful photo we had. This was in 2024 Human Values Program in Elstree, and incredible day we had with Panna, and we drove down there. She was an invited guest and also gave a few words of advice there as well. It was all about service, and you know, what a legacy Manjula ji has left us. True service. She gave it from the heart. And I've known her for 30 years. And it was through my uncle, Dr. Dhirubhai Gadia, who was born Sai devotee. I mean, he had 40 years of experience with Satya Sai Baba. And Manjula ji, after unfortunate passing away of her husband, was very heartbroken. And my uncle was her go-to place. She got so much solace and help from him, and so much courage, and he encouraged her. That's how she found out about Satya Sai Baba, and immediately she took on to his teachings, which were all about love and service. Love all, serve all, and things like there is only one language, the language of the heart. There is only one religion of love. There is only one caste, the caste of humanity. And it was teachings like this that really touched her. And my uncle encouraged her to witness the miracle of Satya Sai Baba, and she actually flew there in a group with Emmy Levy, and she got blessings from Satya Sai Baba in an interview. Several times, I believe. She even touched his feet. She got blessings from her, and it was from there that her courage and strength came, I believe. And she always said, Baba has helped me, and it is through his grace I'm doing this work. And, you know, she was open about it. She always kept a photo of Satya Sai Baba in her purse. She kept a packet of vibhuti. And she used to give vibhuti to so many people she met, even great politicians, and including Tony Blair, the then Prime Minister. She even passed him a pinch of vibhuti as sacred ash. And, you know, this is how open she was about her faith, that this is my guru, and this is where this is the teachings I follow. And she lived the teachings, you know, she was a pillar of strength. She believed in the 5 great human values of Satya, Dharma, Shanti, Prem, and Ahimsa. And, you know, she used to tell me that, you know, even as an assistant mayor currently, she used to advise Peter Soulsby about how to behave properly, you know, when he went offline. She used to tell me so openly about so many stories of great, you know, people in hardship that she helped. Out of her work, you know, she did things beyond her duty. She used to call people up in the evening to check up on them. She used to give out of her own pocket to people who needed it. She used to follow up destitute people who had nobody, who had thrown out from their families, who were, you know, had abandoned from their loved ones. She used to follow up on them and make sure, give them encouragement, and eventually they would find work and progress. And, you know, this is how she was. And she lived the teachings, I tell you. I don't know many people who do that, but Manjula ji breathed and lived Sai Baba's teachings right from the time I've known her. Our friendship grew over 30 years, and you know, I miss her truly. And I really think, you know, her spirit lives on always. But I will miss her friendship and companionship, and I think we all will. So, but thank you for being there for us, for doing so much for the community, and being there for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Deepak. That was a wonderful highlight. We now have Rattiben and Vibhutiben Acharya to tell us about Manjula Ben Council of Faiths. So may I Ms. Rattiben?
Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityuma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
The Leicester Council of Faiths, also known as the LCOF, was founded in 1986 and will be celebrating its 40 years this year. The main reason for setting up this group was to enable diverse communities of Leicester who were living side by side but knew very little about each other's faith and practices to come together. So this platform was set up to ensure an open dialogue between faiths, religions and all communities was available, where there would be mutual respect along with better understanding of each other's faith. Also, most importantly, the aim was to maintain peace and solidarity. Manjula Sood was a long-standing member of the LCOF and the first female to be the chair of LCOF too. Her knowledge of faiths and close relationships with various communities led her to make considerable difference to the makeup of LCOF membership. She also had a lot of influence on council policies on faith culture and community cohesion. For many years, she was able to influence the very much needed funds from Leicester City Council so that these types of groups could flourish and develop. She was nominated in May 2024 as an honorary life member of LCOF for her continuous support. Finally, she was also a role model for many because of her ability to build those relationships and friendships with every person she met. This was because she was generous, not simply in monetary terms, but also she gave her time and care. Thank you, and may God enable her to continue on her onward journey. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Thank you, Dr. Ben and Vibhutiben. Manjula Ben enjoyed reading and she loved poetry. So today we've got Asha Ben Nathwani to read a poem for Manjula Ben. Thank you, Asha Ben.
સૌને જય શ્રી કૃષ્ણ. સેલ્ફલેસ કોમ્યુનિટી ચેમ્પિયન મંજુલાબેનને આપણા સૌના શ્રદ્ધાસુમન આપણે આજની આ કવિતા માટે અર્પણ કરીએ છીએ. સમર્પણની દીપશિખા, જેણે પોતાનો દીવો બીજા માટે જલાવ્યો, નામ વિના વખાણ વિના જીવન વિતાવ્યું. એણે નામ વિના વખાણ વિના જીવન વિતાવ્યું. મનમાં આશા, હૃદયમાં કરુણા અપાર, એ નારી હતી સમાજની સાચી આધારશિલા. દુઃખ જોઈને કદીએ મૌન ના રહી, દુઃખ જોઈને કદીએ મૌન ના રહી અને અન્યાય સામે હંમેશા ઊભી રહી, અન્યાય સામે હંમેશા ઊભી રહી. નાના પગલાંથી મોટા સ્વપ્નો એણે સજાવ્યા અને અગણિત જીવનમાં ઉજાસ પાથર્યા. અગણિત જીવનમાં એણે ઉજાસ પાથર્યા. ન સિંહાસન જોઈએ અને ન મેડલની એને કોઈ આશા હતી. ન સિંહાસન જોઈએ ન મેડલની એને કોઈ આશા હતી. સેવામાં જ શોધ્યો જીવનનો પ્રકાશ. આજે આપણે સૌ નમીએ એ નિષ્ઠાવાન નારીને, સમુદાયની ચેમ્પિયન, એ માનવતાની સાથીને. She will always be remembered in our memories, but her absence is still deeply felt. યાદોમાં જીવંત, ખોટ તો હંમેશા સાલસે ને સાલસે જ. અને ત્યારે મને બહુ વિચાર આવે છે કે જાને ચલે જાતે હૈ કહા દુનિયા સે જાને વાલે जाने चले जाते हैं कहाँ.
Lovely words and poem. Now, I'd like to invite Hitesh Gandecha for Anjali Gift for Manjula Ben.
As Kalpeshwara said, we were at an event on the 20th of December. I think Vibhuti Ben and both the sisters were there as well. Such a humble lady. हमारे टेबल ऊपर आविने किया Hitesh Ji. You know, for me Hitesh would have been enough, but that's how she was. Always humble, always respectful. Greatly missed by all of us here. तो આપણે જે પણ શ્રદ્ધાંજલિ આપણે અહીંયા ભેગા થયા, આપણે નિમિત્તે યાદ કરી, એમને આટલા પ્રેમથી આપણે બોલાવ્યા યાદ કરીને. And again, Kalpesh Maya said that she's still here with us. તો એ ભાવથી આપણે એને શ્રદ્ધાંજલિ આપીએ, ભાવથી ને પ્રેમથી. બધા મારી સાથે જોડવાઈ જાજો. हे नाथ जोड़ी हाथ पाए प्रेम थी सब मांगिए शरणु मरे साचु तमारु ए हृदय थी मांगिए जे जीव आव्यो आप पासे चरण माप नावजो परमात्मा ए आत्मा ने परम शांति आप जो परमात्मा ए आत्मा ने परम शांति आप जो वड़ी कर्म ना योगे करी जे कूड़मा ए अवतरे त्या पूर्ण प्रेमे ओ प्रभु जी आपनी भक्ति करे लक्ष्य 84 ना बंधनों ने लक्ष्य मालय कापजो परमात्मा ए आत्मा ने परम शांति आपजो परमात्मा ए आत्मा ने परम शांति आपजो सुख संपत्ति सुविचार ने सत्कर्म नो लई वारसो जन्मो जन्म सत्संगति कीर्तार पार उतार जो आलोक ने परलोक मा तव प्रेम रग रग व्याप जो परमात्मा ए आत्मा ने परम शांति आप जो परमात्मा ए आत्मा ने परम शांति आप जो मरे मोक्ष के सुख स्वर्ग ना आशा उरे एवी नथी द्यो देह दुर्लभ मानवीनु भजन करवा भावथी साचू बतावी रूप श्री रण छोड़ हृदय स्थापजो परमात्मा ए आत्मा ने परम शांति आपजो परमात्मा ए आत्मा ने परम शांति आपजो परमात्मा ए आत्मा ने शांति साची आपजो અહીં આપણે બધી મીઠી યાદ કરી એમને બધાએ હૃદયપૂર્વક બધાએ ભાવથી પ્રેમથી એમને યાદ કરી સચ એન ઇમોશનલ ટાઈમ ફોર ઓલ ઓફ અસ પણ એમની આત્મા અહીંયા જ છે પ્રેમાથી આપણે એ બધી મીઠી યાદ કરી ભજન બોલાવ્યા સાંઈ બાબાના એ આપણે પરમાત્માના ચરણમાં અર્પણ કરીએ કે મંજુલાબેનની આત્મા તમારા પાસે આવી છે એમને ખૂબ ખૂબ શાંતિ અને સદગતિ આપજો 1 મિનિટની મૌન રાખીને પછી આપણે શાંતિ પાઠ કરશું ओम ध्यो शांतिरंतरिक्ष गुण शांति पृथ्वी शांतिरापः शांतिरोषधयः शांति वनस्पतयः शांति विश्वदेवा शांति ब्रह्मा शांति सर्वगुण शांति शांतिरेव शांति श्यामा शांतिरेधि ओम शांति 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 बधाई जय श्री कृष्ण
Thank you, I now request Ranjan Ben Sauchani to come up and sum up today's Pratna.
Om Shanti. Thank you to all the speakers who've come and expressed Tamara Bhavpare, Vichar Tamara Chukare, and we celebrated Manjula Ben's life in a way that we didn't see her just as a politician who was up there. We saw her as a mother. Manish Bhai, you must be really proud of her as a mother, and we all have. Ashaben, તમે તમારા આલામાં કહ્યું એમના માટે પોએમ ખૂબ હૃદયથી તમે બોલ્યા. નિર્મલાબેન, we also saw her as a friend. ભારતીબેન, વિભૂતિબેન, જે તમે એમનું લેસ્ટર કાઉન્સિલ ઓફ ફેથ્સનું જે તમે એનો ભાગ શું હતો, her contribution to the Leicester Council of Faith was amazing, because that's what ruled her life and that's what she contributed, not just to public life. She brought her values, she brought her religion, she brought her culture in making sure that the communities of Leicester are working in a way that she had her values and how other religious values could come together as well. So thank you for that. Madhuben, thank you. Parthiben, you said what a community person she was. And I hope we recognize Manjula Ben today as a person who contributed so much to the communities of Leicester. એની જન્મભૂમિ હતી ભારત, ઇન્ડિયા, પણ એની કર્મભૂમિ એણે અહીંયા એનો પૂરો ભાગ એણે આ કર્મભૂમિમાં પછાવ્યો. So in English they would say she was born in India. She got all the values, the culture, the spiritual values, resistance, and all the values that she had. She brought them to England, and she actually used this country, England, as her karma bhumi, where she actually created her karmas. This is a very big thing. Pritiben tame Sai Baba na bhajan એમના માટે રજૂ કર્યું. That was beautiful because she used to believe, like Deepaben said, she believed in Sai values. Not only believed in them, she actually implemented them. And that's what life is about. When you learn something and you implement it to make it better for yourself, but also for others in the community. And she actually has done that. I feel very proud, although I feel sad today in some ways of losing Manjula Ben. I feel very proud of a human being who was part of our lives as well, who came in our life journeys as well. And I think whenever we remember Manjula Ben, we need to take that into account. A wonderful, wonderful human being who actually, when you think about today's Pratna Sabha, how much she contributed as a person, like I said, to everybody in the city. What was so profound about her was she was a councillor. So like any councillor, she would help out people with their housing problems, benefits problems, personal problems. And she did that really well because she used to listen to people and she used to actually get things done. But if you remember, there were times when she had constituents who were going through really difficult times. And I remember once she was talking to us about this young woman who was beaten up in Bamanglis. It wasn't her constituency. She didn't have to be bothered about that person because that person, she wasn't, like I said, she wasn't into her constituency. But Manjula Ben's heart went out to this young woman who was then taken with brain injuries to Nottingham. And Manjula Ben used to be so worried. Every night she used to pray for this lady's welfare. And she used to, I know there were times when she told all of us, please pray for her. Please pray for her. She's got a young child and don't know what's going to happen. They're new to this country. Please pray for her. So when you think about it, councillors do their duties and then it's left on the side. Yes, I've done what I can. They've got a council house or they've got their benefits, whatever. But which councillor would actually go out and pray for people? And this lady in Nottingham wasn't the only case, only person she prayed for. She used to pray for anybody she thought was having problems. And when you think of such a person who actually gave her life to the welfare of other people, I think Manjula Ben, we are not only just proud of you, we salute you with all our hearts. You are in Ram Mandir today. This is where I know you wanted something, a prayer to happen, and we've tried, we've made it happen. We thank you with all our hearts. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. एक वक्त आपने कहता कि भारत का बच्चा, Jai Shri Ram, and she used to love that, and she was truly a Bharat ka bacha. However, she was also a very much of a British Asian woman, and I think with those thoughts I leave you. Think about Manjula. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Ranjan. That was a wonderful tribute by all of us here for Manjula Ben, and I think she deserved that. One thing I will say that when she passed away, there was a Pratna Sabha at Ramgarhia Center. We have a Pratna Sabha here. All that Manjula Ben was, behind that gentle smile, gentle nature, was a force to be reckoned with. She got things done. We could call her the Iron Lady. We were calling Margaret Thatcher the Iron Lady, but I think Manjula Sood, in her silent way, was an Iron Lady who fought for the community and for all of us. So thank you for that, Manjula Ben. We were really privileged to have you in our life as a friend, as a mentor, and as
as a human being in our lives. Thank you so much. May your soul rest in eternal peace wherever you are. And may you get Shanti. Thank you for that. Today I would just like to thank a few people. First and foremost, Lohana Majan, and all the trustees, and the Ram Mandir staff and volunteers who has helped us with this Pratna Sabha today. Really appreciate that. A special thank you to all our volunteers who has helped out today on this Pratna Sabha. To Raj Bhai here and Karthik Bhai, who is not working today and yesterday, but he made time out for us to come and help yesterday and today to set up with tech support and things like that. So thank you everyone, and thank you for coming today and paying tribute to our beloved Manjula Ben. Jai Sri Krishna.
Thank you, Tushnagan. Thank you. To honor such a lady, what we'd like to do now as we end this Pratna Sabha is to thank Manjula Ben from your hearts for being part of our journey. What we're going to do is we're going to ask, starting from this first line, people to file here and lay flowers at Manjula Ben's feet. And then you'll be able to talk to Manish Bhai Sood as well and pay your condolences. And then kindly file back on this side. Be really grateful if you can maintain silence while we're doing that. And then we'll all have a chance to talk at the end, at the back there. So, Raj? This. Okay, I've just been reminded, we've got condolence books out there. Please make sure you sign them. I know somebody might have signed online, some of you might have signed at Ramgarhia, but as a LAF member, please feel free to pay your tributes to Manjula Ben, because that will be special to Manish and family, but it will also be part of remembrance for a unique Asian woman in the city of Leicester. Thank you. Nainabin, can I ask you to come forward? We'll just say a half a minute silence, and then you can stand up and file out on that side. Thank you. Raj has just reminded me, sorry, in all this I forgot to show you Manjula Ben's last project that she did with us, with the British Library. And we've got a small script of how Bessie, how Indian and how proud Manjula Ben was. So, thank you, Raj.
I was a doctor in my mother's house when partition was announced. Even then, something was lost. In those old papers, we saw the blueprint of control, power drawn in ink, lives left in the margins. But we are not margins. I stepped into politics from community halls to the Lord Mayor's chair.
Thank you. Manjula Ben did this project. We think of Manjula Ben as a person from Leicester. We must remember she was actually from India. She was a child of free India and a very proud child of free India. She brought all her values, like I said, and her culture and her religion here, and she served as a true citizen of Britain. Thank you, Manjula Ben.